Hello children, today we are going to solve the numericals of exercise number 2b. So here we will be seeing one by one the numericals. Now here the numericals which are there, they are you have to plot the graphs or they are in picture study format. Last session I had just solved two numericals and I had shown you how it is, right? So today we will be solving the numericals. So let us take the first example. First one is in figure 2.37a, it is showing us the displacement time graph for the motion of the body. Here we are calculating the velocity of the body at time 1, 2 and 3 seconds, and with the basis of that we will be drawing the velocity time graph. Now how will I identify this is a displacement time graph? Already it is given to us. And secondly, another way of identifying it is you can see the x and the y axis. Okay. Now here we are supposed to calculate the velocity. Now how can we calculate the velocity? What is velocity? Displacement upon time. So 1 second, for 1 second what will be the velocity? That is displacement upon time, which we will be taking it as 2. Okay, then what will be the velocity for time equals to 2 seconds? Okay, it will be 4. Okay, then what will be the velocity for 3 seconds? It will be 6. So this is how we are calculating the velocity, which is nothing but displacement upon time. Okay, so here on the basis of this we will be finding out for time 1 second it is 2 meter per second, for time 2 it is 4 meter per second, and for 3 it is 6 meter per second. So we have got the values of velocity, and already we know the timing, that is for 1. Then afterwards on the basis of this I will be drawing the graph. So here time 1 second, okay, velocity is taken as 2, time 2 seconds velocity is taken as 4, and for time 3 seconds velocity is taken as 6. So here I have plotted the graph of velocity time graph. So my velocity on the y-axis, time on the x-axis, you have to write here x and y, and the 0 for the origin. So this is how we are solving the this is how we solve it. So with this we get the value of it for 1 second, for 2 seconds, and for 3 second what is actually the value of velocity. Right, now let us go to the second numerical. I hope this is clear. From here, from this timing we are getting the velocity at 1, displacement upon time. Okay, so displacement upon time, which is 2, displacement upon time, okay, which gives me velocity 4, displacement upon time, which gives me 6, velocity as 6 over here. Okay, so we are directly calculating the ranges over here. Displacement upon time, meter per second, understanding, meter per second, so that's why it is 2 meter per second, 4 meter per second, 6 meter per second. Okay, now let us go to the second numerical. Now following table gives the displacement of a car at time instance of time, at instance different instance of time, sorry. So here we have this a table over here. Here time is given for a car, timing of the car, and the displacement of the car is given. You have to draw the displacement time sketch and find the average velocity of the car. Secondly, you have to find out the displacement of the car at 2.5 and 4.5 seconds. So you are, first of all, you have the table with you. Let us see the table first. Okay, now with the help of the table, can we draw the displacement time graph? Yes. So how will we draw? Where will be my displacement? On my y-axis, and time on my x-axis. So here I have drawn the displacement time graph. So how have I drawn this? I have taken the coordinates on the y, that is 0, 5, 10, 15 and 20. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and because only till 4 the value is there. So let us see. First value 0, 0. So 0, 0 I have plotted here. Second value 1 and 5. So here 1 and 5. Third value 10 and 2. So here 2, 10, 10, 2. Then next is 3 and 15. So for 3 seconds 15. Then for 4 seconds 20. 4, 20. So here afterwards I am joining the line, right? I have got a straight line. Okay, it's inclined to the time axis, right? It's a straight line which is inclined to the time axis. Now what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out the displacement as well as the average velocity. Okay, now how will we find out the average velocity? Average velocity can be found by taking the slope of this line OP. So I have plotted this line as O and P. Now how are we finding the slope? I had explained you have to take two points like this and make a small little triangle. I can take these 2 points also. I can take this big point also. It's up to you which you are taking. So here I have taken these 2 points. So here this is 15. So what is this line? Slope will be AC upon AB. AC upon BC, sorry. AC upon BC. AC is y coordinate, y axis. BC is x axis. So AC upon BC. So AC means 15 minus 10. So just see, 10 here, 15 here. 15 minus 10. And here 3 minus 2. 15 minus 10 gives me what? 5. And 3 minus 2 gives me what? 1. So what is my average velocity? It is 5 meter per second. How did I get this? By simply calculating the slope. I got the average velocity. If I would have taken these 2 points, say this is 20 and 50, this is 10. 20 minus 10, which will be equal to 10, and here 4 minus 2, which will be equal to 2. What was my answer? 5 meter per second. So I told you slope you can take any 2 points. So you got the average velocity. Now second is you have to find out the displacement of the car at 2.5 seconds and 4.5 seconds. So from where will you find this? From the graph. So you just see where is 2.5. So 2.5 you have to see from the graph itself. I don't have the graph paper here, but you can see from 2.5. If you observe properly, you will get the displacement as 12.5. And then for 22.5 you will next that is for 4.5 you will get it as 22.5 from the graph. Okay, so this is the second numerical. I hope you understood how to solve it, average velocity and displacement. Now let us proceed further. I hope these points are clear how we are getting these things. Now the third numerical. Now let's see the third one. So third one is a body is moving in a straight line and its displacement at various instants of time is given in the following table. So first of all, the body is moving in a straight line and at different time instants are given up to 0 to 7. Okay, and the displacements are given 2, 6, 12, 12, 12, 18, 22 and 24. You have to plot the displacement time graph of it, and then you are supposed to calculate the distance, total distance from 1 to 5 seconds, then the average velocity from 1 second to 5 second. Okay, so this is the question. So first step will be what? First you will plot the displacement time graph. So here I have just plotted the displacement time graph. I will be showing you. So here is the displacement time graph. So here I have taken the time on the x-axis, displacement which is there on the y-axis. So here I have taken the coordinates as 2, 4, 6, 8 till 24 I have taken, and here I have taken from 1 to 8, which is the 7 second is the last one. So 1 to 8 I have taken. So you will see the values how I have plotted. So first it was 0 and 2. The displacement timing was 0 seconds. For 0 seconds displacement was 2. For 1 second it was 6. For 2 seconds it was 12. 3 seconds also 12. And for the fourth second also it was 12. Then afterwards it shooted, that is from 5 to 18 it went. Okay, and then at 6 it was 22 and at 7 it was 24. So you can see that afterwards I joined the lines. So here you can see it rose here, then it was constant here, and then again it rose. Now what are we supposed to find out? First we are supposed to find out the total distance, that is between 1 to 5. So we will just consider 1 to 5. So between 1 to 5. So at 1 what is the coordinate? At 1 the value of displacement is 6. And at 5 the displacement is 18, right? So you can see from here also. At 1 it is 6. Okay, 6 meters, and at 5 it is 18. So 18 minus 6 will give me what? Right, 18 minus 6, if I want to calculate the time interval from 1 to 5, obviously I will minus it. So it will be 12 meters. How much it will be? 12 meters. So here you can see 18 minus 6. So here also you can observe. Now what did I say? For 1 it was 6. Okay, 6 here and 18 here. So between 18 minus 6, how much is the distance? That is 12 meters. So 18 minus 6 gives me 12 meters. Now next is you have to find out the average velocity. Okay, average velocity from 1 to 5. So you are supposed to find out the average velocity from 1 second to 5 second. Now between 1 to 5 seconds. Okay, just now we calculated the total distance. So here average velocity is total displacement upon time. So what was the total distance? That was 12 meters from 1 to 5. Okay, and how much was the total time taken then? So from 1 to 5, how much was the time? So we can say 1 2 3 4. How many seconds? 4 seconds, total 4 seconds, and distance 12 meters. So 12 upon 4 will be giving me what? 3 meter per second, which is nothing but the average velocity, which is nothing but the average velocity of it. So total displacement upon total time taken gives me the average velocity. Okay. Now let's go to the next numerical. I hope you understood. So I got the total distance as well as the average velocity from this graph itself. So this was numerical number 3rd. So I hope it is clear. Now let us go to the 4th numerical. Now 4th numerical is nothing but, in figure 2.38 it is showing the displacement of the body at different instants. So here you can see that it's the displacement at different instants. Now what are you supposed to do? Now this is a picture study of the graph. So first you are supposed to calculate the velocity of the body as it moves from 0 to 5, then from 5 to 7, and then from 7 to 9. So you are supposed to calculate the velocity in gaps. First you are supposed to calculate from 0 to 5, then you are supposed to calculate from 5 to 7, then afterwards 7 to 9. So in layers, on, or you can say in levels, you have to calculate the velocity. So now let us see from 0 to 5. Now if I want to calculate the velocity, what will I do? What is the formula for velocity? Displacement upon time, right? So for 0 to 5, now from 0 to 5, how much is the displacement? First you will see. Okay, so the velocity, we can say that for calculating the velocity from 0 to 5 seconds, we are going to take it as displacement upon time. So first of all, let us see where is the displacement. Now 0. Okay, for 0 to 5. So at 5 seconds, okay, just see at 5 seconds, how much is the displacement? 3. From 0 to 3. So from 0 to 3, how much is the displacement? 3 meters. Yes or no? From 0 to 3. We are calculating from 0 to 5. So 0 to 3 displacement. And what is the timing? From 0 to 5, how much? 5. So here displacement, that is velocity from 0 to 5 second is nothing but 3 upon 5, which is what? 0.6 meter per second. Did you understand? 0 to 5 second displacement 3 meter upon 5 second, which is 0.67. So here, did you understand? So this was the displacement 3 for 0 to 5. Now 5 to 7 seconds. Now from 5 to 7 seconds you observe the displacement of it. Is there any displacement? No. Okay, so here no displacement from 5 to 7. So we are going to take it as 0. Why? Because even if you take it from the initial to the final position, the shortest distance is nothing but 0. So it will be 0. And how many seconds? 1, 2. 1, 2. So 0 upon 2 is how much? 0. 0 upon 2 is how much? 0. So answer comes as 0 meter per second. So velocity from 5 to 7, 0 meter per second. Now velocity from 7 seconds to 9 seconds. Now let's go to 7 seconds to 9 seconds. 7 seconds to 9 seconds is how much the displacement? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 meters. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 meters. 4 meters upon 2 seconds. Why 2 seconds? 1 and 2 seconds. So with the help of the graph, it becomes very easy to calculate. So 4 upon 2 is how much? 2 meter per second. So velocity from 0 to 5 seconds, 0.6. Velocity from 5 to 7 0 to 5 seconds, 0.6. 5 to 7, 0. 7 to 9 seconds, it's 2 meter per second. So this is how, with the help of the graph, you can easily solve it. Okay. Now this is only part A of the question. Now part B, we have to calculate the average velocity. Okay, you have to calculate the average velocity during the time interval 5 to 9 seconds. So what will be the average velocity here? Okay, so here you can see that displacement is 7 meters minus 3 meters. How did I find this out? So let us see average velocity from 5 to 9 seconds. Now here 5 to 9 seconds. Okay, so first of all, from 5 to 9 seconds, how much is the displacement traveled? So we will say 1, 2, 3, 4. So how much is the distance? So or else I have done it like this also. 7 meters minus 3 meters will give you 4 meters. Like this also you can do. 7 minus 3, which gives you 4. So 4 meters here. And how much is the timing? Timing is 4 seconds. How 4 seconds? You have to calculate from 5 to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how much it is? 4 upon 4. Average velocity is 1 meter per second. Average velocity will be 1 meter per second. So I hope all the things are clear. That is, with the help of the graph, you have solved this particular sum. Okay, now let's go to the fifth numerical. So I hope it was very clear what is the solution of it. Fine. Now fifth numerical, let us go to that. Now from the displacement time graph of a cyclist given in figure, you have to first find the average velocity in first 4 seconds, displacement from the initial position at the end of 10 seconds, and the time when he reaches the starting point. So here you can see that this is a displacement time graph. Now here in the displacement time graph, positive and negative, both the aspects are given, right? If you remember, anything above the time axis positive, below the time axis negative. So here we are going to get some negative values also. So first we are supposed to calculate the average velocity in 4 seconds. So let us see the average velocity in 4 seconds. Now can you see where is the 4 seconds? Over here. Okay, so let us take first of all time as 4 seconds. So in 4 seconds you can see the displacement is how much? 10, right? 0, 5, 10. So here 4 seconds, how much is the displacement? 10. This is the displacement. So displacement upon 4 seconds. So 10 upon 4. 10 upon 4 will be giving me what? 2.5 meter per second. So average velocity in 4 seconds. Average velocity in 4 seconds gives me 2.5 meter per second. Now displacement from the initial position at the end of 10 seconds. Okay, displacement from the initial position, okay, from the initial position in the end of 10 seconds. Okay, initial to the ending. So how will we calculate that? So displacement is equal to final position. Okay, final position minus initial position. So displacement we are going to calculate till the end of 10 seconds. So how are we going to do? So here if you see, we have final position as minus 10. Why? Because here we will be considering the final position. And what is the initial position? 0. So minus 10. Okay, minus 10 minus 0, which gives me what? Minus 10 meters. So displacement from the initial position at the end of the 10 seconds, this is the initial position, at the end of the 10 seconds will be minus 10. So this is the displacement of it. Then the time at which he reaches the starting point. So the time at which he reaches the starting point, can you see where are the starting points here? When did he reach the starting point? At 7 seconds and at 13 seconds. So at 7 seconds he was at the starting point, at ending at 13 seconds also he was at the starting point. So 7 seconds and 13 seconds. So here displacement is minus 10 meters, average velocity is 2.5 meter per second. So in this way we have solved the fifth numerical. So I hope it is clear now. Fine. Now let us go to the sixth one. Now sixth one is nothing but 2.40 ahead represents the displacement sketch of the motions of two cars A and B. So here if you see, there are two cars A and B and their motions are given. Okay, now on this basis we will be solving the sum. So let us see. First you are supposed to calculate the distance by which the car B was initially ahead of car A. So the distance by which car B was ahead of car A. So car B, you can see it is ahead of car A by the distance at the starting, which is nothing but 40 kilometer. Okay, 40 kilometer. So you can write the answer as the distance by which car B was initially ahead. Car B was initially ahead by, this is car A, this is car B, was 40 kilometers. Okay, then second question which is there. Second question says find the velocities of car A and car B. Now we are finding out the velocities of car A and car B. Now you can find the velocities by taking their slopes also. Okay, so if you take the slope of say for example this is A. Okay, now here for A you can see the point here 120. Okay, car A is 1 point as 120. Let us, I'll just make one line only over here which will be easy for us to see. So here 120 minus 40. What is 120 minus 40? Okay, 120 minus 40 is 80. Okay, 120 minus 40 is 80 here. Then 3 minus 1 is 2 here. So 80 minus 2, 40. So displacement of car A is 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, 40 kilometer per hour. Or else another way you can take is displacement of car at timing 1 second. What is it? 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, that is also one simple way. Then you take car B. So if you take car B, for example, this is car B. Here I have marked it and here I have taken. So here, what is the coordinate of car B over here? 120. So 120 minus 40, again 80, but timing 4 minus, which is given here, 4 minus 1. Okay, just a second. So here you can say that it will be 120 here. 120 minus 40 gives me 80. Okay, and so here you can see 40 here. Okay, and this part over here, so we can get it as of car B as this and this. So 120 minus 40 and 4 minus 1, which gives me again 4. Okay, I'm sorry, it's 120 minus 40, 80, but 4 minus 0, 4. So 80 minus 4 gives me 20 kilometer per hour. Or else you can take it another way, that is just by finding out the displacement and the timing, and then you can find out the velocity, like how they have done over here. For 80, 80 upon 4 they did, the point where it is meeting here, 80 upon 4. So 80 upon 4 gave them the value as 20. Or else you can find out the slopes of these things. As I explained you, for car B, you can make a triangle from here to here. So 120 minus 40, 80, 4 minus 0, 4. So 80 upon 4 gives me 20 kilometer per hour. So this is how you can find out the average velocities. Now next one is third question, the time in which car A catches car B. So car A catches car B in 2 hours. Okay, how does it how did we calculate this? It catches car B in 2 hours. So if you see these two things, okay, after 2 they are meeting over here. Okay, so when they are meeting over here, this is the meeting point, right? So car A and B has caught that car at 2 hours. So both of them met here. So car A has caught car B at 2 hours. Then the last question which is there, the fourth one, the distance from the start when the car A will catch car B. The distance from the start, which is the distance at 80 kilometer, they have caught each other, right? So 80 kilometer, at 80 kilometer they have caught each other at this particular point. Okay, I hope these things are clear. Now the other numericals which are there, that is from 7 to 12, we will be doing it in the next session. Please go through it. It's very easy. Just try to understand the context of it. Okay, thank you children. Take care of yourself.